Oh, just going. Yep, I knew it. You guys heard that, right? But on my last video, I was talking about it. God, man. I've never said it before, but now. Well, maybe they know. Now they know. Thanks. But they were telling me that. Okay. Oh, God, man. This is... It's time for a cold or something. Get home. Time to catch a cold. Time to catch a cold. You know. That's what they do. I got yeah, you got a paper that I asked you guys about.
So anyway, nothing much. Oh, first they got the books. They came. Yeah, they came.
What's up,
Yeah. Yeah.
I will see you later. Sorry.
Have a good evening.
Oh, there's one of those guys. Which kind of guy are you? Which bureau is that?
Professional Standards Bureau.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. That was a meter maid for a second. It kind of scared me. I'm from Boston. I'm afraid of meter maid. That's the thing. It's a joke, you know, the gangster. Like, and then it's like, you know, like you lose face for a man. I knew the guy. So I got a. Maybe I swear I got a ticket, or maybe I didn't. For code enforcement. Maybe you're the expert or something. And,
I can't understand what you're saying, man.
oh, code enforcement. Might have given me a ticket.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like it.
But it's a weird thing. 'Cause like, well, they came by and he was threatening to do it. I'm gonna ask this guy because he's the guy.
So you're trying to take care of code enforcement?
Yeah, I want to go to code enforcement. Let me ask him. I need to go to both of you. I want to go to code enforcement. I got sort of a ticket. I say sort of.
So, Kevin,
Because they,
Kevin,
yeah.
I'm gonna explain it.
Yeah.
Even your camera can, on your janky little setup can.
It's janky?
Yep, so you can go to code enforcement, but you cannot record over there, okay?
Yeah. Oh, you
You understand that?
Oh, you gotta be doing that. I was like, that's what you're asking me. I'm like, nag it. You don't have to tell me
Do you need
like
to
I'm
go to
wrong. Like, you don't need to get, I'm asking it. That's what I'm inquiring. You know, I don't need to be insulted. You can say it. Well, you just did. Yeah, you did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did. Well, you could just tell another lie because that's what you're trained. You know, you just
Do you want to
lie.
go to code enforcement or not?
I wanted to. I'm not
Yes or
sure.
no?
It's
Yes
not.
or
It's
no?
not a yes or no.
Yes, it is.
Well, I don't know
no?
yet. I have to finish with you, which I try to do to figure out if I want to go to code enforcement and talk about all this stuff. So, I sort of got a ticket. The guy did come and all that stuff said, but then they put my address correctly, Southeast 15th Street, but then it says Atlanta, Georgia, there, and Atlanta, Georgia, there, not Cape Coral, Florida. So they're playing games, you know. It's like you know, so like that is like, you know, maybe some, you know what I mean. I think it was already ripped. I don't think it was.
So
my
you have the
kid.
question for us?
And then I typed, yeah.
What's
So
the
that's
question?
why. That's why I'm saying sort of a ticket, and I'm not sure. Okay, so I want to straighten it out with code enforcement or talk to them.
Okay, so you can go down there, but you cannot record
And
down
well,
there.
I'm still talking. And so I wanted to find out, like, if I could record there. So you told me I can't already.
You can go down there, you just can't record down there.
Record there, like, you know, go there without turning the camera on. Okay, so that's not right. Now let me ask this guy: can I go there with my camera on? Go to code
You can
enforcement?
talk to me, you don't need to talk to them. So,
Well, the
what's
thing
your
is, see, I did talk to you. I got the answer from you. Now I'm trying to get the answer.
you don't need to talk to
Yeah,
me.
you're talking over me.
You can talk to me.
Well, it's not your need; it's my need.
Okay, and
so
I'm
I
trying
wanted-
to answer it, but you won't.
Well, you got to be
spit it out.
quiet. You already got an answer. You already answered. So I'm asking this guy. So I got the answer from him, like, and I was gonna ask you if I could.
No, he doesn't need to
What
answer your
does he
questions. You
think?
can talk
Well,
to
I'm
me
not
about
talking
it.
to you anymore. You can say that.
So then you have no
I'm
other
not
questions.
talking to you.
So
I'm
you
not
can go down to court
I have a
enforcement.
lot of questions. You got to shut up because I'm not asking you questions.
So he doesn't have to
I said,
answer
well,
you.
well, I'm going to ask him that too. I'm going to ask him.
Okay, you're gonna sit there
You
and
got to be
silence.
quiet. You got to be quiet. You can't be, a police officer, at a desk and you're like the desk guy. Or at least I would think the other guy's a desk guy maybe. Maybe he'll say he's not the desk guy. I'll find that out. You got to, give a little bit, you just quit it. Because you got trained. You weren't like this. You were just like David Bowie with your Botox forehead, And then they trained you up because you were looking at me. Man, this guy was fawning on me like I'm some hero or something. He was like, oh, your mom's really in the CIA? My uncle, they told me this from here. It's my uncle. My uncle set me up, with his sister. It's with our family dysfunction. The family married into Austin, Texas or something. That's before World War, or right during it. And my grandfather, he had all the money. The egg man. They said he sells eggs, right? He had the brown eggs, right? When it was the white eggs and there's a big freeze in the 20s, right? So he was a rich egg guy, right? But really it's his prohibition, right? And then all his stuff, he loses everything in the crash. He used to go around with $1,200 in his pocket. That's like a little bit of in the 20s. That's all I hear. And he's a minister, Unitarian minister. And so they played that family. They have their vulnerabilities. And it's my grandmother has. Well, anyway. So I was going to ask you, see, what I'm trying to get from y'all is I got a hard and fast, no, right? So I got this, I have business, I want to go to that office and continue recording and do my business. And then, so I either want to do that or I want to get a firm, I got no from you guys. Would you comment on it, do you think?
I don't even know what kind of question
I was looking at him, though.
Okay, well, again,
I wasn't, dude, you can't sit there and act like you're not listening to me and all of a sudden. And he's like, oh, I should have had my glasses. I got my sunglasses. But it's blurry though. I gotta put my other glasses on.
Now, sir,
Make eye contact.
number
So,
5, 3, 6.
so would you speak to this, or should I just talk to him?
I would suggest you talk to him.
Okay, that's good. See, I just want to get that clear. And he had, kind of. Now I'm gonna pretend you're not listening to me again.
I'm multitasking.
No, they trained you, man. They had you better. You're cooler with the thing. You saw me. You saw the video I made. That was cool, man. Cambodia, the CIA. That's Pol Pot is our guy. Okay, that's with the French. Okay, with Vichy France and Vichy France. After the war, they never come out and say, "Oh, we were fighting Hitler." It's just quiet. They don't, because they didn't want to. They kept it undercover, right? So the Vichy France is with the communists and stuff. And it wasn't supposed to go down like that. They were going to come in with all the interrogators. So that thing, 75 when they overran. Well, 73, you know what? It wasn't going to go down like that. They're going to interrogate through the whole thing, through all 3 million people, just like they did in Algeria, and remake it. But it's the oil embargo, and that's the British, MI6. This is just theoretical. But I think they fight it out. You guys would know more because you see how the real money goes. It's like capitalism and testing, and maybe that. It is like some other, what I call MI6 versus. The other thing, you got to go to the jungle. It is like Apocalypse Now, the whole thing. And so they have the oil embargo because those guys are supposed to go up the Mekong Delta and be going, doing boatloads of dirt like you see on YouTube and remaking stuff, and that goes right up into China, and China growing a little earlier, and now doesn't have to quite go down like it is, right? But then it doesn't before, and the oil embargo, so they just had to call it closed. Like the North Vietnam was for the CIA too. At least on that level, so they closed it down in 75. And that's why they went like that. And that's the missing part, because how could it be so bad? Like they planned it ahead of time, and it's not. I just realized that this morning, okay? So I can't go to that office and keep my camera running, right?
Correct.
Okay, so can you do it, something to accommodate me?
No, we're not going to.
Well, I haven't said it.
All you have to do is turn your camera on and go down there and take care of business. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But you
I didn't say that. Yeah, but you gotta stop talking. Like, accommodate me for what? So like, what would it be? I didn't say what. It's not correct, not safe, and well, for me to go. Can you bring someone up here to talk to me, or can I make an appointment?
You can make an appointment. You can dial 311.
I mean that will get me the ability to go with a camera. Maybe that's a good suggestion.
No, you cannot go.
Dude,
record
can't you
down
punt this or something? Say like, call 411, say, see what they say. You know, maybe they'll come meet me somewhere else or whatever,
Listen, I'm
without
not
actually saying
I'm
it.
not calling. You have every access.
I
to
didn't
go
say
down
you're
there with no
calling. I
camera.
said you could punt it. You don't have to like just say no.
It's not,
Like
it's not my business. None of your business.
well, it's all about your business when you're trying to just have your things
Simple
run
solution.
over me.
Okay.
That's some interruption. No, that's some other thing you're
Turn
making
off
up.
your camera.
No, you got
walk
trained.
down there, take care of your business.
No, that's not
or
what it is.
You can just leave.
No, that's not what it is.
Balls in your court.
That's not what it is. No, it's not. That's all just stuff they trained you. They just trained you to do all this. Balls in my court.
Correct.
You got a bunch of stuff. You got a bunch of stuff in the last couple months or whatever. You know, what's all that good for? And it's like,
Can you imagine?
What other questions do you have?
So if somebody comes in and asks for Jane or Joan
Yeah.
or Sue,
No, exactly.
you want other questions?
I just need to set up a water bill.
It's actually down the way that way.
And just go that way. Yeah. Thanks.
And so this policy about the camera, like it's kind of new.
It is.
And so before, I would have been able to just go right to the office and keep the camera going, right?
Correct, but not anymore.
Well, yeah, that would imply not anymore. So,
Department heads that don't work in this building, right?
and so what is like you're doing a directive? Is this does this come from the police department? I mean, who should if I go escalate this to above, like who should I go to first? I mean, like, should I go to the
It's
police
not-
or to speak
This
to
is
the...
not issued by the police department. We enforce it. It's
Yeah,
code
and
enforcement.
that paper that you gave me that time. I got the paper.
Yep,
I
it's
got
an ordinance. So if you don't agree with it,
Yeah, and you're
it's-
enforcing that, and you might be. I haven't read it. Okay.
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a code ordinance. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to dispute it or talk to someone about it, it would be through the city manager or the city attorney. Those two people. But they don't just take walk-ins for the
Yeah.
appointment. So if you want to set up an appointment, go to the website and set up an appointment to speak with them.
Okay. Now let me do. These are just hypotheticals, so don't go off. I'm only asking if I did this. If I started climbing on your desk, what would you do? You know what I mean? These are hypotheticals. So don't. Okay. So I take the camera and just go there, start going there, and still filming.
You're gonna be
Well,
trespassed.
I'll be trespassed.
Yes.
Okay, and you're already authorized to do that. You would just go ahead and do that, right?
Yep.
And if I refuse to then leave,
You're going to jail.
get arrested for what?
Trespass.
What, trespassing. Okay. And so the police. I guess I would imagine you guys have your own legal office, and you might, if you know, maybe I could ask them too, because because I think this is so far out of bounds, maybe that maybe your legal department at the police station should.
It's not our legal department. We're enforcing it. So
Yeah, I know, but if it was something really bad, if I told you to do something really weird, you know it's wrong, and the police legal officers, they know these guys are going haywire. It's a little bit too weird.
So what's your question?
So there must be someone at the police station that's like a legal office, right?
It's no one at the
See, I
police
believe this, man. My mom was like this. This is a Jew thing, anyway. You know, like the legal stuff, guests of the king. This is like, it's not just picking at it. It's not just earthquakes. This is life and death. This is civil people's society. This is how people don't start just banging each other over the head or anything like that. You know what I mean? Even though it's just, I'm always like, it's never about are we friends or something. I'm just, just always. It's just a point. It's like I'm speaking like a mechanic. You know what I mean? Like with gears or something like that. And and this is what really gets to me. This is what I find. But I think it is, man. I don't think it's right what you guys do. Or I mean, you guys found a situation like this, but it's like all the legal stuff, all the institutions are just gone. You know, the whole city council's up there just pretending stuff. Yeah, guys are coming in. All these guys. You guys have to say it's not. And it's like something.
The access
We have an appointment upstairs.
I just won't go down.
Probably with those people. Let me call them.
I'm gonna say that. God, man. Yeah, and the St. Jude thing, I stopped them from having a hate crime. You know how many hate crimes you've had since I've been here? You had that one fake one. They had to go all the way down to Estero and make it ridiculous. Some old Jew starts drawing, starts David on some guy's car, and it's like fake on the face of it. They were going to start doing stuff in downtown Fort Myers. Me and Haley was there, and she stopped them because I was there. It's over. And then I went to the other thing. They had the dogs all trained, looking at the ice cream truck. If the dogs get loose, they'd be like, the ice cream truck can be way far away. And they know what to do. I look on the thing and my video, and they're taking the St. Bernard and they pull his whole mouth up, like with all his fangs, because I had put a video that's what happened to me. My lip. My mom's friend, the CIA lady, you know, she had the scar right there. And then she got the dog. They trained that thing too. I almost took my lip off. I had 18 stitches there.
4.
That was weird. I can't go to the office. Let's see. You guys get it, so. I went to my dentist because they don't let me go to the dentist. It's been over a year now. This last one, he's got to pull a tooth. And I went in there. He's actually cool. They had the skull, like a skull, like right on the counter when you come in. My wife didn't see it for the calendar. Like when on the way out, she saw it. Not even Halloween stuff, just this, you know. But that's like that's not supposed to be. Or it's like, yeah, everyone's doing their sniffles. I got 2 colds. I got one that helped me out, cleared me out. Then I was up in Boca Raton. Not Boca Raton. I was up in Kissimmee, downtown. And I got the military cold. They gave it to me when I went back. And that thing, it's not contagious either. I just got it. No one else got it. And I was in bed for 2 days. Well, really a little more, but I was wiped out, man. I was just sleeping. Took a couple days to start though. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. You guys gotta.
They said that's exactly what they made. That must have been 20. So it's perfect. Yeah.
I can't go anywhere now. Man.
Alrighty.
It's weird. Did some phones have a camera, you know, back in a few years ago, or, you know, everyone's going around with their watch. Everyone's going around with their watch, right? And then they stop before the eclipse. And then you look at some of the hearings, congressional hearings. Then you just see him. There you got the guy with the watch behind it. Or maybe it was never that. You're supposed to. Kind of makes you think that, right? And you see it all goes together. Right. So where are you from? The thing. What? Where are you in? Oh yeah, you guys did let them in, didn't you? Oh man, yeah. Yeah, they did. Cause I've been out for a while. It is, man. I know, man. That's the thing. Those guys.
3, 1.
They did. So I can tell.
8 at station 4.
Yeah. Cause I'm not. I don't blame you guys anymore. For anything. What I do. It's like you're like. It's a
Now
thing.
phone number 1210 at station 5.
I wonder if they would. Maybe they would send. Oh, now I know, man. God, man. I looked at Cambodia, and then YouTube has a bunch of funny stuff from the 70s, but it's like maybe fake, or they got maybe some real footage, but it's always quiet, or they put music in it. Let's see. Yeah, I know. That's a big place, too. It's like 3.5 million people. The city, I was thinking 3, but it's 2 million. Or everyone was in there. No, okay. Yeah. God, man. Yeah, I gotta just see them get the real call because they got the real stuff, man. I think they do.
Passports. Just sign in on that tablet right under the blue arrow.
How do you guys have passports? Wait, that's not passports. You just call it a pass. Is that real passports? Or are you something you guys call a passport? Or you don't want to answer that. Bit of trivia, right? It's actual passports? Or is it, you know what I mean? You go to different countries? Or just something you guys call passport? That's some city thing.
What it says.
What? So why was that here with a city thing?
It's always been here.
Okay. That's a good one. I got told you, man. Maybe I got it.
Now serving phone number 9315 at station 4.
Man, so the one kid, I was saying, like, that where I learned everything from him. He's suspicion, his thing, but he's the stuff. He's running it. I mean, he's getting run. They don't even treat him good either. But my brother's best friend, we were at each other's houses. And now I know, and how he hooks in with stuff. It all comes together. Oh, I'm gonna say something. Bonano. They were doing that. The CIA lady, MI6. Back in the 70s. That's the only gangster name I heard. He's trying to get. He just wants his son to be a gentleman. And I'll try and tone him down. That's before the thing too. Before they had the problem. Or something, right? Man, they're gonna get rid of the kids. They will be called.
Do you have a phone number
Yeah.
or have an email address? If I don't see
Maybe.
Matthew Eastman and Mike Johnson.
God. Big in it. Oh no. How much should it be? Right here. Wait, he sent him to bother me? I was just walking out the door and they sent you to bother me. I knew they did, right? What they called you?
Yeah, you can go down if you want to. You can't record down there.
A what?
You can go down there and do the board code if you need to.
Oh yeah. I don't want to go there with that guy.
He doesn't want to here.
No, that's not true. He's like, I needed to get it. He's like, he's lying kind of because he doesn't understand. I just need to get it said. You know, so like it said, it's like, so you can't say later. No, we didn't really say it.
Gotcha.
I even asked him. I said hypotheticals. What if I I said like I told him I'm asking hypotheticals. It's like if I climb on your desk, what happens? So I said, what if I go over there? You get trespassed. And then he said, what if I continue? He said, oh, you get arrested. And I said, for trespassing. I just want to get that, so I get that for, yeah, so you can't say later, oh, we're just this, that, or whatever, thing like that. And I even said the thing, like about, I know it's that you're enforcing, I guess the city manager or something from the ordinance, and then they tell you, that's fine because that's a property owner. But then I had the point that if it's so far out of bounds, like on the site of it, maybe you all would look at it. Hold on, I'm not done. See, you stopped. Then you're going to tell me something. Then you're going to say I said something, or whatever. You don't listen to it. They made you go to school. I know you passed exams that are way beyond what I'm doing right now. No, you don't need to keep talking. You got to stop talking. Yeah, I was still saying something. That means, yeah, stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Like, okay, so you don't want to listen to the rest. It's that. So it's not a bunch of other stuff.
I just don't have to listen.
Oh, it's about business. It's about your job. I mean, it's about police matters. So I'll explain what happened.
But I'm not required to listen to
You what?
you. You can talk all you want to. I'm not required to listen to you.
Well, not required, but it could be. Well, I just said not required. So why do you have to say no, not? Like, I'm going to say it's. I confirmed. Yeah, I agreed with you. It's not required, but I was going to say, but it might be this other category or something. And you're going to talk over me. You're doing this on purpose. How do you get trained to do that? How do you get trained to just wreck everything so it's all lies and stuff, man? Like I was telling this guy, like you guys found it like this because you didn't create this. And then you guys, it's such a joke. I would have been stupid if I never came down here. I wouldn't know everything I lived, everything I grew up in, everything in Boston, everyone. It's all set up. Everyone was with the police. Every single communist. I mean, the good ones are with the CIA. What?
Did you get the arrest off of that? What happened with the firehouse? Trespass there. Did you worked out?
I was balled up, rolling him across the floor. Man, it was weird today. I went in there today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Balled him up.
You see the new lights?
Balled him up. Man, they just want me to sue them and stuff or do
You see the
something.
new lights they're putting up?
Yeah, I saw this.
They're doing new lights out there.
Because somehow we gotta get out of it. Because we can't be like, I was in Homestead, okay? So they broke cover about 4 times. One time they really broke cover. Okay, so I go out,
You got a new hat.
it's 1986. We go walking like a block down. They never go off the block, right? So Poncho, he had been in Vietnam. He's a black guy. They call him that guy. He had been in Vietnam, really bad stuff in 72 or whatever. Probably was in Cambodia, actually. But I'm guessing 72 because it was late. And he also did Germany. He also did that, and he spoke German, but he was alcoholic, but they kept him that way. So we walked a couple blocks away, and he does the lamp, he cuts it off the ceiling with his knife, and he's just going a little weird. The light, the chandelier or whatever.
Was there power to it?
Yeah, because it's like going like that, yeah.
Did it electrocuted?
Huh? No, it just sparked on his knife. Okay, but they had set that up, and then there's a guy in the middle of this big room with a table typing on a typewriter. Probably one of those Vietnam typewriters. I actually had one of those once. It was portables.
Portable typewriter.
He was typing on a typewriter, and he's like a black guy, kind of like Sydney 48 or something, out in the middle of nowhere, making me think. Like I'm supposed to write. I'm supposed to say this.
Someone jumped out of the closet?
Huh?
Someone jumped out of the closet?
What closet?
I don't know. It's your story.
You don't know. Well, you mean I'm just like, it's like free flow, like what you would think? That's what you do, right?
Like a,
That's why they train you, like it's like free flow, what you think, right?
I don't know. Kind of sounds like a great.
You know, like you gotta say that. Out of the closet.
Yes, sir. That's where it's to sign in on the tablet.
Phone number
Come on, listen, you can't stand away.
No way, what?
4 at station
Wait, what?
You stand this way.
No way of that? Oh, I'm in the way now? I go here? I go like this, but we gonna be this way. Oh, they're pillars. Okay, so not in the middle. You mean that part? Okay, so I'm on this side of the pillar. You can get right up against the thing.
This side, just out of the way. Out the walkway.
Oh no, it's more in the walkway. I thought this was worse because I just did this once.
It's a plant.
Well,
Plants don't move, right?
usually people get more upset if I'm over here. It's more rude. I thought it was more rude over here. I was really
Maybe the better side.
I don't really care, man.
Tend to like the right
What
side.
if I shorten the tripod and put it on the desk?
Help you? No.
You gotta draw a line on that, right?
You can't put it on the desk.
You know, I got away with it once, but my tripod was broken. That was good. That was police discretion. I actually showed them. It was actually broken. I actually did have to do that. I wasn't. It was you, man. I forgot. Okay. Yeah, that was like police. That was good. Yeah, use your discretion.
I'm not a mean guy.
I'm gonna go to tax
Always
collector.
got weird too much stuff on the desk. I just can't put any more stuff on there. So what other stuff are you filming today? Any other good stuff out there?
No, just walked from my house and came
Did you
here.
get the tax collector?
The what?
Did you go to the...
I'm going to now. I think. See what they're doing.
Yeah, is it busy over there?
I don't know. Like I haven't been there.
But I do like your hat though. That is new.
Oh yeah. My wife. I need it. Yeah. It's better that way.
It's definitely a lot more.
Because I gotta
more
get
shade.
it to a science, yeah. Because it makes a difference when you're out there.
I'm sure it
The
does.
thing is, this one's too big, but you get these knit shirts, and really like the Abercrombie and Fitch. And if you, but you get it like even with a real thick stuff, you get it really thick because that's right up against your skin. You want it all touching your skin, okay, for the heat, for the August. Yeah, it will, because that'll be like your body heat,
Oh.
and then it
It's like make it
goes.
hotter.
No, because it's all your sweat gets on there, and that'll be the temperature that it's evaporating at. Then you have to have your loose clothing over that, so it has to be like that light wool,
Okay.
or like a polyester, like it's best because it's cotton it clogs. That gets wet and it clogs. And the worst thing to have this undershirt, you know, away from your skin, because that's just like all humidity, and you're not, it's not
You got a
cooling
sticker
enough,
jacket.
huh?
You got a sticker.
Yeah.
Jacket.
Oh yeah. That was,
On the outside.
Huh? Yeah.
The outside.
'Cause I got that from Prince Johnson.
You got a sticker on the outside.
No stick?
The
Oh, that.
hospital sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, it stays, doesn't it?
Hey, keep
I think
it.
it is. It's something. I
good
can't
luck?
remember. Yeah.
Good luck sticker.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good because I walked around because not the backpack all tight like this, but this is like this very light wool, maybe a touch of silk, and it's very thin. I cut all that out. And this is way better.
Keeps it cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
You know, you need big, but you get that underneath layer because I got it from in Liberia, Prince Johnson.
Liberia.
Like my video, yeah.
Very nice.
Like he's like military police, United States military police trained, and so they went over there and was.
Did you get that video?
And then he has that tight shirt underneath, and it's all sweating. It's all like August here, and then the other thing big over it,
Yeah.
and it's it is cooler. It's about the best you can do.
Gotcha.
Now,
I love it, man. I'm not used to it, but the August.
Yeah, hotter, man.
Man, I'm a Puritan. I'm a Puritan for New England. So like the cold, I do the same, with the heat. That August is crazy.
It's definitely getting hotter.
Does it rain more over there, out of Cape Coral over on Fort Myers? Because we first came in August. It's raining every single day. Get to 10 in the morning and it would rain. And it doesn't do that here.
Cape Coral's been raining at all over here.
That is like, for real, it just rains more over there.
It's Florida, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's a straight line down there.
Yeah,
Gotta rain one spot and it won't be raining across the street.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So you heading over to the tax collector next?
Yeah, I think so. They trained this guy to be annoying. He's got all these things.
What's going on?
Yeah, some new stuff in the last couple months to get him all worked up. Now he used to not do it. No, not now. Pre-K.
Or
Yeah, he's got to do his David Bowie. He was so cool, like in that video I made.
yeah, I got my
Forehead Botox. He did, didn't he? He had a Botox before, or it looked like it. No, I think it used to. It used to seem like it, or he could hold it really still. And he had that right hairstyle.
Yours looks pretty smooth. You get Botox?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Everything's fake forehead. Everyone you're at it. Everything in Boston. Everything's fake forehead. All those years. And look around here. Vice President's got fake dog face, right? I don't look at it a lot. Do you see my thing with Tulsi? When she comes to the temple, like she's got everything. She's got the dancer. I think it's her, that one. That's what she did, man. She's like in Hawaii. And she goes, she's everywhere. She's over all you, Mongolia and everywhere. Like looking like anything, any girl. You could fall in love, but it's all fake ear. Then you got the neck, and then she would bring the people. They'll have a girl. They have that ceramic and Kevlar wig and the thing, and you know there's Kevlar under there, and she's beautiful too, but it's like something from another planet. Like I think.
It's got a little Sound of Music on it.
I think it is. Yeah, the one dude.
Sound of Music with a big hat.
'Cause I lived this, man.
With like wings on it.
I lived it, man.
Yeah, the Sound of Music vibe.
I lived this, man. When Nelson Mandela came to Boston, it was 1990, 89.
Did you get a video?
No. No, that was 89, 1989. That was State Department. They kind of blocked me.
So you journal
C blocked, you know, because like, then I'm back to like being an incel. Or I mean, I have my wife, but I'm not really stuff. Because that girl was like, the thing in my six. No, just being a Hare Krishna. That kind of thing, and just I'm displaced. You saw my videos, didn't you? You gotta look at my dysfunctional CIA family. I got like 100 out. What do I got? 3 out?
Family?
Yeah. You gotta see it.
I missed that one.
Yeah, they're all in. I got like version. I got number 29.
Yeah.
I went through everything, and now I was telling these guys, Pol Pot, Cambodia. That's CIA man. Okay, you know Pol Pot, right? You know the genocide in Cambodia, right? Yeah. So you need to get a history background, and then I can, because my daughter doesn't have that either. So, and I used to go and get the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times every day. Like that's in my lost 20s, I would just have my T-Pass. I could go South Station to Broadway. You know, go out there once, I usually have it, and back. Usually don't have to go back and forth again. And I got the Wall Street Journal too. Not just the Globe, so.
Your phone number, last word.
No, I know.
So if you come there, you'll be good to go.
Right, yeah. This is so good. You see, like the tunnels, right? For when it's tunnels.
You work here, right? Yeah, no, you're good.
It's gonna be
Where are the tunnels from?
tunnels, man. Oh, how it would work? The tunnels would go all the way back. But first of all, how the tunnels work? Oh, tunnels. Okay, you know I have Hamas and Hezbollah, right? Sure. It's like they have more. Oh man, there's tunnels. I can't deal with it, man. No, it's the first world. Always would have more tunnels. Okay, even when you go back to Vietnam. No, CIA had tunnels. The tunnels, they didn't cry and whine. They were working the tunnels. That's why, and they're losing the war anyway. It's always made to go a certain way. They're getting the tunnels, okay? So we had you should see my, on a couple, like either number 28, 27, 28, 29. My friend, they had a Vietnamese family stay in the basement, okay, when Saigon fell. So the dad had to stay there. He's like in jail. And the mom came. And then so he had a big field, and then these kids dug this big old hole out in the field. These teenagers. It was weird. They're weird with it. And then we went and looked at it, and they broke into a sewer pipe at the bottom. Okay? And it was too weird. And then they were weird when they came back and they didn't really want it. And there's a guy, and what it is, they listen at my mom's house, and maybe my friend Doug's house too, to see what she says. You know, oh, tunnel something, right? Just anything like that.
Tunnels all over the place.
Yeah, because she'll say it, and they'll be like, how am I hanging out with him? And you got, because the dad is like an economics professor, he's got alcoholism, and he's the really cool thing. Because they dog him, they'll work him, they'll run the family.
So where are you from originally?
Well, Iowa City, and then I lived in Illinois. Yeah. But my parents, everyone's from Massachusetts and Maine. Yeah, but like,
That you lived in Iowa? You were born there?
huh?
Were you born in Iowa?
Yeah, Iowa City. But my dad's family's a real thing. They came over on the Mayflower and the Winthrop fleet. 1620 and 30. That's his grandfather.
How long you been in Florida?
But about 3 years now. But I came here to be homeless. My dad came out in the woods, out in the Everglades. You know, in the real Everglades. And I came in, huh?
Mosquitoes out there.
Yeah, I had a hammock with a zip, and it was the winter. Yeah, you got to get in because you hear it. Like it's like and like that was like I guess it was January. The space shuttle blew up like a couple weeks later, right after it came out, like '86. Yeah, January. You can't do it otherwise. But in the day they're not bugging you in the winter. But like I have to get, it's gonna get dark. Everything has to get ready. I have to get in that hammock. You know, it was a tent hammock and zipper. And zip it, then you'd hear them, you know, coming down the thing to the, like in the hammock where I was. It's, I mean, the woods are called a hammock. And they all knew, everyone knew I was here. Everyone knew I was here. They knew when my dad was bringing me here. Well, actually, they knew up on the other end, the whole thing. And they were,
You ever go down to Fort Myers Beach?
huh?
You ever go down to Fort Myers Beach and film?
Yeah, I did. No, I should though. And that's where you can see, yeah, real estate. You can see how it could be. Oh, it's only about real estate. Like, I mean, there could be. You can see how it could grow out of that, all the weird. And the fashion, they got all the fashion. This is all the way. This is like, what do we call it? The Devil Wears Prada. You know the lady, what's her name? Anna Wintour? She does this. That's her people. Like, or they know. Because when it's all the way good like that, and once you get the taste, you can see it. They can't. Someone else can't fake it. You know what I mean? And they do this in foreign countries too, and they train them here. You go to some other country, and the stuff is so high level. And then when you get the fear, Like they had me going before maybe before I got arrested at the fire station, maybe after. They had the fear going in around before and after, like that. And then you can see everything, you know, and all those signs, all those things, just gets you going.
All the signs?
Yeah, all the different way the trucks are, this, that, or anyone's anything. You know, and the stuff, the way it's laid out, like a fast binder, the directors in a movie. It's made to be looked at from a certain angle, and it's that's the shot. You know, they don't do it as much right now.
Did you go to the protest over the week?
No, I mean, when was that?
Last week, I thought they were having another one.
Oh yeah, well, what was it?
For Byron.
What?
Byron Donalds or something like that. Or maybe another elected person.
Okay.
Oh, they're protesting?
Protest over there, and I think it's
Oh, it's over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. It's all fake. Well, everyone's fake. And then
Unreal.
there's nothing. I went to Occupy Boston. Okay, I look at my old footage. They're all of them are with the police, but the police is the high level thing, the CIA. Okay, yeah, all the guys. Except wait, it's not good like that. But they've got the run of the mill, like what I call MI6. Yeah, that's why these other guys don't go. They did 9/11. I know who did 9/11. Yeah, it was the Secret Service.
Oh boy.
Secret Service did it. They because that's why they don't even hide it. That's why they did it. They entered one of the planes in what is it, down at Dulles? That's Secret Service. There's no way you get away with it. No way they're gonna run it up in Boston. get 2 airplanes up there and also go down to the Dulles, right? You know, outside Washington, that's Secret Service. And I watched them. They were in the Secret Service. Like, I got a video like 1 year after that, next summer, 2002, when I see those guys. One of them's the same guy that comes out of the Secret Service door, and they don't even hide it. They're doing all their fake Calvin Klein, you know, provocative stuff like that. You know, because the convention was 2004, and that was a big deal. And they got everything worked out. So 9/11 kind of goes with that.
9/11 because of clothes?
Huh?
9/11 because of clothes?
Because of what?
Was it Calvin Klein?
Yeah.
The clothes line? Perfume?
Yeah. Calvin Klein. Wait, no, you said 9/11?
Oh, right,
Huh? You know Calvin Klein, how they would do that, like it's like about the kids stuff, right? You know, yeah, you do. You know that.
I don't follow
Yeah, you
it,
do.
I don't
You
know
know that.
Not that I just don't know anything.
Or you get so
I'm
you
not-
can say
I'm
no.
not,
Like I gotta be wrong. Like I'm so wrong. What I do to go schizophrenic? I just had I'm too schizophrenic or something. What is supposed to be? Because there's no case history. Who comes up with this stuff? Like there's no who. What case history do you have of anyone who thinks, oh, there's UFOs or flying saucers? It's only on TV. It's only stories, right? Like that's where we really don't really know anyone. I knew one guy in Florida, but really all our case histories are from movies. But in each of those movies, that person's actually right. But everyone's saying,
Yeah.
but we don't have any case history. Like as though there is a craziness, right? As though you wouldn't continue arguing with me or talking to me. Is that logical? How does that make sense or something? Why would you go to like, oh, you must be getting it by the method, or why am I not making an embarrassing mistake, right? I really thought I had some rare thing, and I'm gonna catch it, and I'm just, if I'm wrong, it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing mistake. Why would it be like I gotta be schizophrenic or some exciting thing that you don't have any case history of? You don't
recording
know,
any exciting things?
huh?
Have you got anything exciting on it today?
Yeah,
Exciting?
yeah, I'm articulating.
What's exciting today?
Okay, and I got this guy. I made him stop, man. Huh?
What have you got exciting today?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not exciting. I'm not very excited.
Man, I had Lucas. You guys don't. Why don't you send Lucas anymore?
Am I excited?
Lucas.
Oh, Lucas is your buddy.
Yeah, he's like way beyond, above and beyond.
I heard he likes you. He's your friend.
It's like,
When was the last time you saw Lucas?
I wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for you guys. Yeah, I wouldn't know. You guys did it on purpose, too. Like, I mean, all the stuff he was doing.
Good.
So he has to come around.
Sorry, it's not more exciting.
Probably,
out here.
right? Huh?
Sorry, it's not more exciting out here.
You know, my dad, the guys that did my dad, they trained Lucas. The guys that, they know my dad.
You guys are trained
They killed my dad on December 20th, or they let it, because he's old, he's 83. But his alcoholism, and they make sure it's on the certificate, death certificate. December 20th, they died. But then it says, the note says date found. Like, however that was.
Right.
And they, yeah, so I'd see that. And they had to take chronic ethanolism and he started drinking. They did that
Sorry to
over
hear
in, huh?
Sorry to hear that.
They did it over in Zimbabwe. Well, he's getting run.
Zimbabwe?
Yeah, Zimbabwe. They're running him. My aunt was running him. The whole thing was planned. They planned it all the way back
No.
after the divorce.
Your dad in Zimbabwe?
He was going to get a new family and get played and come back. And then, yeah, they're all hooked up in the universities.
That's the shot.
You know, what?
That's the shot. No, that was the
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
right
yeah.
there, man. That was like picture perfect right there.
That's that, yeah.
Uh-huh. The better angle. Better angle. That's right.
Yeah, my brother's friend.
You have pretty good battery life on that thing?
No, it's not good, but it goes for a few hours.
3 hours?
That's one thing. It's
That's
like
impressive.
I don't really like it because I have it because if someone throws it on the roof or something, I don't want it to be. I don't want to be
What do you
upset.
record on? Just on
I'm
the
more
phone,
like
or do
that.
you
Like
record
not
on-
like I get a good camera. It's more like I don't want to be. I want to be like I can't be insulted. Like, I mean, it's like an old thing, but you know,
What do you report
before
on
they're gonna
just,
take it out to court, they're gonna toss it up on the roof,
What do you-
and they
what
would
do you
just left
report
it there, and I could have, and they would just leave it. They wouldn't even.
Gotcha. What do you report on? Just the phone or on the app?
I think it's just the phone.
Just the phone?
Yeah.
You have like a editing video app that you reported on?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
Is it recorded in something or
Huh?
do you edit your videos or you just
Yeah,
upload
and this
them
old
as they are?
thing, it's all junk though.
Chunk it up?
I use QuickTime from like 2004, so yeah, I'm at that level because everything's awful.
Yeah.
Well, everything's a mess, man.
Yeah.
People used to do computer stuff. You used to have to get the books like HTML for dummies, you know, and you know, before 2000, you were just like, you know, you had to do your stuff. And
Gotcha.
you didn't care, man. You see, I don't know what goes on. Like, I got wised up since I'm here, so I can see around Florida. I went up to Boca, not Boca. I keep saying Boca Raton. I went there too, but I'm in Kissimmee, downtown Kissimmee. You guys, they probably don't. You get in trouble if you go there or something. They don't want to see it. I go, yeah,
Well, I can't
that's
go
right,
there. It's not
man.
Cape Coral.
He looked, man.
I
That was
thought they'd go
good.
to Cape Coral.
That was for real, right?
Like,
Is that for real when he looks like that? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Kissimmee area?
They got guys that run around. You know, okay, so you know what it is, right?
What?
They're in Cuba already. Okay. The CIA. Well, Castro's CIA anyway, and because they did it, as part of it, arms deals, they turned it over.
No, sure, you're
to
not
him.
anymore.
Huh?
You lost me.
What?
Oh, you lost me. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, originally, like Castro is CIA, and they because it's part of an arms deal, secret arms deal with the Soviets.
I didn't know that.
It is, man. It all fits together then. Yeah, that's why the Soviets don't go just marching into Berlin. You gotta do the thing, and that's why Kennedy runs. He says you have missile gap. That's why all little Poindexters, all with their little slide rules, are like, why don't we build missiles and do this and that? Well, because they're holding off in the Eisenhower administration. And so you get Kennedy builds all that lobby with all the rockets. You know, you have a great site, and then they kill him. That's Eisenhower planned that out. That's him. That's him and his guys. With Britain. All the big news media from World War II, because they did stuff like D-Day invasion, they had the fake outs for it. So they all the secrecy, they kept going and they cracked down hard with their fake communism stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Bay of Pigs. That was all planned. Bay of Pigs, the whole thing.
Eagle Eye over here.
Missile crisis.
Not letting anybody pass.
But they're in. See, they're in Cuba. They just can't open it up.
People working on the security stuff, or?
No, you don't.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They don't open it up because they don't know what to do with those people. That's why they traded it in the first place.
He's a scary guy.
And that's why you got Miami, because they're going to open it up maybe in a couple of years or something. My idea is like they get cheap energy, like they get cheap, and then they can open it up and develop, maybe.
You lost me again.
And do, well, what keeps them from opening Cuba up? Like it's still locked down, right? But really it's like the CIA is in it with all, you know, the Cuban government, you know. And you can see the guys, you go to Miami, you go to the back of these trailer parks and stuff, and you'll see the what do you call it, Cuban KGB, which is CIA.
Yes, sir.
Why do they call him KGB versus AA?
I call them KGB. How you know, man?
I gotta pick a name.
You know, man. And so up in downtown Kissimmee, the actual downtown, you got a lot of stuff. That's what the tunnels. I was thinking you guys got tunnels and stuff. You got to fake out. Maybe some tunnels are gonna be a base someday, and you got the right structure. But Kissimmee, you go down there with the old railroad tracks, and it goes. You know how the infrastructure goes woo down there to what? What like and what's there? It's like, huh?
You can't tell if you're using the water.
Water, exactly. They're all tunnels are water because it's all
Well, you
Navy.
have a scuba tank.
No, all the way. Yes, that's good. Yeah, it's
scuba
good.
tank
Yeah, it's
tunnels.
good scuba tank.
There's
Yes.
water tunnels.
Yeah, they'll have scuba
We have water
tanks.
tunnels?
Huh?
We have water tunnels?
Yeah, yeah. You got one from here up there straight to the police station and then down.
I think
You
probably
got
deeper
them.
in this fountain.
Huh?
That fountain's probably actually the entrance.
You got them
This
down.
guy's is the fountain.
Yeah, you got the one that goes from here or here.
Yeah.
When they walk under. And then, like you'll get it, like so it's just the storm drains and whatever, and like who knows they're going in a tunnel or something like that.
With all the gators, though, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, and to see the tunnel,
The security gator.
You could have a flimsy tunnel, rubber, and you just like pump it. It's got a little bit of water pressure, so it can be under the sand and hold up. And then you could store that. You get that tunnel to stay for 10 years. Just pack it with that sand and just leave it. You know, and you don't have to mess with it. And then you just pump it back up. You know,
If you did that, would
get
it
the
be like a
sand
bump
out.
on the- Bump on the top.
It would just be part of the water pressure, just so you guys have all the irrigation systems and all that,
Yeah.
and then they're under pressure. And then so, like one of the city hall, I don't watch a lot of the meetings, but they're talking about, I have to go through this lock or that. I take my boat and I have to go to this lock, and so that might have been that could have been symbolic for, oh, my tunnel, I got to get through this tunnel.
Code word.
You know, because you'd have locks, right? You know, maybe, or they're just talking. But okay, Kissimmee, you go down, and then what's in Kissimmee? It just becomes swamp, and it's beautiful now when we develop with the lakes. But it used to be those lakes and all that would let you transport all the tropical fruits and stuff back up to the railroad. So Kissimmee's like kind of a dead end. You go way down in there, and then it's like, and it's really nice, but like it's infrastructure then doesn't go anywhere. And I think it really is a jumping off point. They go down there and they got this stuff, and they actually do tunnel and stuff, and they practice. And all along the highways and stuff, or they just have it above ground. Because like one of the main parts of the BF, if there's a full nuclear exchange, it's like a worst case scenario. That doesn't have to happen because it's like good, so then you can negotiate, right? You know, the highways, where they could still transport along the highways, and then so some places that are out in the middle of nowhere, or in an odd place, and you got the highway, you got a lot of swamps, a lot of tunnels, and you have electrical stuff that goes there. Like that would be good real estate for that. After the nuclear exchange, they could just take the highway and just put some sand and be driving right down in there. They have, you know, so it's got that. When things go really bad, that would also all of a sudden be a central place. You know what I mean? Like that Route 4. You know, you guys did have stuff going on down on Lafayette, right? I think the only thing pretty sure wasn't a fake out. You guys had like $2 billion a year going through Lafayette, right? Or in like papers, receipts, and guys that would meet. Maybe not the Suffolk. Not the. I think, right? That's pretty good too, because they got. Something like that, right? I'm gonna go over to the tax collector.
What's that?
I'm going over there to the tax collector.
Text message?
Yeah.
That's gonna be busy. Busy day. It's always busy.
Yeah.
Be safe. Stay cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can I go out the back door?
Only city employees can go that direction.
Huh?
Only employees can go that direction.
Okay.
5-1 drive at station 3.
Yeah. I got smart. Yeah. Maybe not. And when he says you got $2 billion a year going through there, everyone make naughty face. Everyone makes some sort of naughty face. Oops.